Colony Builders. Games where the primary focus is put on the growth and care of a generally small population of citizens, at least relative to traditional city builders. Building out their living conditions is still an integral part of the game, that's the builder part, but there's usually more of a focus on the care and needs of the individual colonists, in addition to the prosperity of the colony as a whole. These are the games we're interested in today. What's up, gamers? Welcome to GameStar Nation. My name is Rob, and today we're going to cover the top 10 highest recommended colony sim builders on Steam, according to player reviews. Because personally, in my opinion, I think player reviews are the most important metric when picking out a new game. Just 3 quick things I want to go over for clarification real quick. First thing, Steam review scores are calculated by players answering the simple question, would you recommend this game to others? It's a simple yes or no vote. Reviewers can then write a review if they want to explain their decision. So if a game has a review score of 80%, that simply means that 8 out of every 10 people that rated that game said they would recommend it to others. Second thing is, in order to qualify for this list, all games must have the primary search tags of Colony Sim and either City Builder or just Builder. This kind of narrow the scope of our list a little bit. And the third and final thing is they must have at least 1,000 Steam reviews and be less than 10 years old in order to qualify for the list. All these games share the goal of managing, growing, building, and caring for a colony of denizens, or citizens, as well as giving you complete control on their living quarters and conditions. We'll start with the lowest game on the list and work our way, quite traditionally, towards the number 1 most recommended colony builder on Steam. I've done all the homework for you, so all you have to do is grab your eats and a seat, because we're kicking off right now with number 10. Released in November 2020, Kingdoms Reborn puts you in control of a small village of people and tasks you with helping them grow and evolve through the different eras to come. Start as a tiny medieval hamlet and build it up to a global empire to whom the world itself even submits to. You get to choose from currently 5 different cultures in the game, with more to be added in the future. Each of these cultures offers a unique gameplay experience with plenty of replay value. The world is procedurally generated, so none are alike, and it offers 7 distinct different biomes. There's forests, jungles, deserts, and more, with each offering its own challenges and opportunities. Kingdoms Reborn offers both single-player as well as co-op and competitive styles of play. The game is in early access, available to buy and play now, and while it claims our number 10 spot today, be aware that it has taken a hit in recent days, with most complaints themed around the amount of time the game has been in development and still not finished. Still, with an overall player review score of 90% recommended from over 8,000 votes, Kingdoms Reborn is a notable contender in the colony builder space. Being number 9 on the top 10 highest recommended games in your category is impressive in its own right, but this development team did it with only 2 people. Colony Survival is a unique colony builder in that the primary threat to your citizens are frequent zombie raids that get progressively more difficult as the game goes on. Like 7 Days to Die with an ever-growing population of NPC survivors. In order to attract citizens to your colony and expand its population, you must hoist a banner to declare your existence to the world. This will bring new colonists from far and wide, but also the hordes of zombies hunting them. Luckily, these monsters are only active at night. Unfortunately, it's every night. Design paths, tunnels, bridges, and passes to ensure your colonists reach their desired destinations, but the monsters don't. This isn't just a tower defense game, though. You'll need to research and unlock new machines, equipment, and weapons, build a fortress, dig a moat, build walls, and plan your defenses. The trailer can be misleading because you're going to do this all by hand, in first person. That's right, this is a first-person colony builder, making you the head colonist. The most common description of reviews is, quote, like an upgraded Minecraft, end quote. Playing with friends is super simple though. Invite them directly into your world and share control of your colony with them, or live as separate colonies, trading science and resources together. Well, Colony Survival is designed to be as moddable as possible. But browsing Nexus mods, I counted a total of 8 mods for it. 8. This game is also still in early access after 8 years, so there's a story to tell there somewhere. As for its place in our story though, Colony Survival takes number 9 with a lifetime review score of 91% with well over 7,000 reviews. This next title hit the ground running, garnishing gobs of attention for its uniquely dark and challenging concept of a frozen Earth apocalypse in which you are the leader of one of Earth's last remaining colonies. And there is no time to waste. In Frostpunk, you play as humanity's last hope. Your first mission is to fire up and run an industrial furnace capable of heating and powering the city you hope to grow. The longer your people go without heat though, the less people you'll have. This won't be easy, and sacrifices will be made. The thing is, if you can complete this initial grueling task, well, now the game has only just begun. This is a dark, harsh world where if things go right, few will die. If things go wrong, everybody dies. Your people will depend on your intelligence and wisdom to make good laws, fair decisions, and design an efficient and safe city for the last remaining people to dwell. Until the final freeze, at least. I love Frostpunk. The game has such an awesome, dark, and dreary art style. It's industry punk at its finest, but there is no happy ending here. Every decision you'll have to make, and there will be many of them, if you're lucky enough to survive, that is, will come with consequences and sacrifices, sometimes literal. All you can do is work to prolong the inevitable and hope your people respect your position and appreciate your sacrifices. Frostpunk is a very challenging colony builder, with each coming storm bringing with it attention and anxiety, fearing you didn't prepare quite well enough to weather this one, this time. 7 years after its release, Frostpunk is still putting up a fight for Best Colony Builder, earning itself a 92% overall player review score and coming in at number 8 on our list. Kingdoms and Castles is a simple in scope medieval colony builder with a cute and blocky art style, but challenging gameplay loop. It has several different modes of play and difficulty settings, but even at the normal setting, you'll find challenge around every corner. Your people have needs, wants, and opinions, especially on your leadership, and they'll vote with their feet. Build a happy kingdom that keeps its citizens safe from persistent dragon attacks, and your population will grow. Keep taxes too high, neglect their needs, or lose too many people to the ever-increasing waves of Viking raids, and they'll not hesitate to leave. In addition to keeping your citizens content, you'll also have to fend off plagues, famine, floods, and the all-too-common boredom your townies will commonly complain of. The soundtrack is hypnotizing, yet charming, and never seems to get old, for me at least, and I racked up over 250 hours of playtime on this one. The game is Steam Workshop support, so modding the game is cakewalk easy, which is always a big plus. Kingdoms and Castles was released way back in 2017, but is still receiving regular updates from its developers, with a recent content patch dropping only a month ago, at the time of recording at least. This title is in my rotation of forever games, and I always find my way back to it, at least several times a year. Today, it's holding strong in 7th place with a lifetime recommendation score of 93% from just under 28,000 reviews. Check it out if you haven't already, this one is a real gem. And at number 6, we have the spiritual successor to Sim Ant in Empires of the Undergrowth. Command a legion of ants and control the territory. This is your empire now, and if anyone has a problem with it, you have an ever-growing army of soldier ants ready to make right on your claim. Build intricate nests, develop combat tactics, hunt food, and expand your population. Essentially, you control an ant colony, you'll manage resources, respond to threats, expand your nest and army of loyal warriors ready to throw themselves at danger without hesitation or thought, all in your honor and for the good of the colony. Released in 2024, Empires of the Undergrowth blends real-time strategy combat with colony sim management and goals. It's held a happy audience for over a year now, earning it a number 6 spot on our list today. With a review score of 94% and over 14,000 votes cast, this one has a tight hold on its position. Now, rounding off our top 5 of this list, we have a sequel that in many ways is better than the original. In Reyes 2, you play as a god with direct access to your choice of 6 different biome-altering titans. Each titan, giant as it's known in the game, has its own unique terraforming abilities that will be important in reaching each different world's challenge. In fact, every level in the game is a different world with a different population of villagers, all looking for the favor of one real god, one with the power to help them overcome the many perils that they face. Use the power of your giants to terraform the varied biomes, strategically building up different combinations of flora, fauna, and minerals specific to those regions. Through trials and experimentation, you'll discover which combinations create the best synergies for the inhabitants' needs and goals, leading you both into exciting new eras of their existence. Reyes 2 improves on its predecessor in many ways, but takes a new turn-based approach to the action. This allows you to plan out the best moves to make in the limited amount of time you have for each world. If you're thinking of checking it out, but scared you might not like it, rest easy knowing that out of 1,795 reviews, 1,705 would recommend this game to others. Reyes 2 has a 95% recommendation score, and that gives it the coveted Steam review title of overwhelmingly positive, as well as number 5 on our list. Against the Storm is a dark fantasy city builder where you must rebuild civilization in the face of apocalyptic rains. As the Queen's Viceroy, you'll lead humans, beavers, lizards, foxes, and harpies to reclaim the wilderness and secure a future for civilization's last survivors. The wilderness holds many hidden dangers, and never-ending storms will batter your population into submission. If your settlements should fall, then the expedition may end, but not the game. You see, Against the Storm is a roguelite city builder, meaning you'll carry forward the resources, upgrades, and experience of your past expeditions each time that you set off for a new journey. Every new city will have unique challenges and requirements to progress, keeping the game fresh and fun. even through multiple playthroughs. While difficult to summarize quickly, Against the Storm has entertained fans since its release in December of 2023 and has never slumped in its recommendation rating. It sits currently at number 4 with a 95% review score with over 28,000 votes. Long after the failed kingdoms of man have crumbled away, beavers have evolved to take on the challenge of restoring civilization, and they'll do it with civil engineering. In Timberborn, you'll care for an ever-expanding tribe of beavers focused on survival. But with their legendary engineering skills, beavers have the solution to every problem. It's just going to be up to you to figure out what that'll be. And rest assured, there'll be plenty of problems and challenges along the way. You'll need to prepare for foods, droughts, and toxic waste, just to name a few. You'll control one of 2 beaver factions, the nature-friendly hippy-dippy folktales, or the industrious and forward-focused Iron Teeth. Each faction with its own unique set of buildings, technology tree, and traits, and will therefore take different routes around the same challenge. I actually own this game, but haven't really given it much of a chance. Now, seeing it claim our number 3 spot with an overall rating of 95% from nearly 30,000 reviews, I might be dusting this title off for another look, I'll be honest. And runner-up, we have a classic that I personally keep going back to time and time again. Oxygen Not Included puts you in charge of a small space colony that's in a constant state of chaos. It's up to you to provide your replicants, essentially clones, with the machines, equipment, and appliances they'll need to fend off disaster at every turn. In addition to that, you need to provide your colonists with an efficient layout and some real organization if you're going to keep them all alive. The game lulls you in with its cute and scribbly art style and sound design, but it quickly reveals its sadistic nature, unleashing calamity after calamity at every opportunity, and will swiftly snowball into complete and utter chaos, and, if not promptly corrected, the collapse of your entire colony. This one is more of a colony manager above everything else. There's not much in the form of artistic touch here, or even direct control. You lay out the plans, they'll build accordingly. You can set priorities though, as well as assign specific jobs to certain individuals. So you feel like you're in constant control at least. The only problem is, the control you have is over clones that are no smarter than toddlers. So you have to stupid-proof everything. Otherwise, they'll trap themselves forever into a wall, or remove the ladder that was their only way out of the water that they're now slowly drowning in. Still, due to the freedom to pace yourself and your replicants, and the overall replayability of it, I consider Oxygen Not Included to be a great game that's well worth its asking price, as well as its place on this list. Oxygen Not Included takes number 2 with a lifetime review score of 96%, with well over 120,000 reviews. That's saying something. And finally, at the top of our list as the most recommended colony builder on Steam, confidently claiming number 1 with a recommendation rate of 97% with well over 175,000 reviews. Released October 17, 2018, it has captured the hearts of countless Colony Sim fans. Despite its initially off-putting and basic graphic design, RimWorld has changed the landscape of the colony simulator genre. This game is wild and will steal away hours of your life, but you won't mind. If you're like most of us, you'll gladly give it your time. It's really hard to do RimWorld justice with a basic summarized description. At its core though, RimWorld is a top-down, brutal and unforgiving, yet often funny and even downright silly colony manager with one of the deepest sets of mechanics I can think of in the space. To begin, you'll pick an AI storyteller. Each storyteller has their own style of torture, or play. One may wait until you're comfortable and maybe even content before unleashing hell on you and your rimmers. Another may throw multiple back-to-back raids at you, followed by a drought and a sun flare, shutting down your electric grid and leaving your food without refrigeration. Then, right when all seems hopeless and lost, chaos ceases and power is restored. Your favorite citizen survives his life-saving heart replacement surgery at the hands of the janitor, and your captured enemies decide to join you, replacing the numbers you just lost. Depending on the storyteller you choose and the difficulty you decide, life can be grand or completely out of hand. Luckily, you can change your AI and or the game difficulty on the fly, mid-game, whenever you want. Most gamers have moments in games where they wonder if the game's actually messing with them. Well, in RimWorld, there is no doubt the game is really out to get you. It really is messing with you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Except for mods! RimWorld has an ocean of mods, and, more importantly, Steam Workshop support. So if there's something you don't like about the game, there's most likely a mod to fix it. Now, while I didn't pick this list and went strictly off the Steam reviews to form it, I agree wholeheartedly and hands down with RimWorld taking the crown. It is a must-play for any fans of Colony Sim builders. If you're a fan of this genre and yet somehow have avoided trying RimWorld, you really need to change your ways and figure out what you're doing with your life. Just play it. Congratulations! You now know the top 10 highest rated colony builders on Steam. Click the like button to prove you were here. If I don't see you in the comment section, thanks for hanging out. Until next time, keep the game on, GameStar. See ya!